Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. Well, folks, I have good news for the XRP chart. We are now in the third and final fractal of the sideways range-bound time that precedes the bull run. This latest move up has been part of that third fractal. For those of you who are a little lost, let me show you what I'm talking about. So here is the macro structure of the XRP chart. You have a bull run. You have the decline that comes after the bull run. After this decline, XRP goes into a sideways range-bound time. This range-bound time comes before the next bull run. So we see the decline, the bull run here, the decline, and that range-bound sideways time. I divide this time up into three fractals, and as you can see, it takes place before the next bull run. Over here, it happened just on a much larger scale. This one is on a larger scale, but not as large as this one. So as you can see, it happens on small time frames and bigger time frames. We have completed fractal 1. In fractal 1, we see part A, the move up and move back down, and then part B, where it goes flat. Well, we see that completed over here. Fractal 1 with the move up and move down, and then the part that goes flat, which is part B. In fractal 2, it consists of three waves, wave A, wave B, and wave C. We have completed wave A, wave B, and wave C was very much exaggerated by the lawsuit ruling. However, it stayed true to its nature. It declined just like it should have done. So let's dive into this area right here and examine this a little closer. So this here is fractal 2, and this is fractal 3. And this area is what we have just recently completed. In my previous video, I talked about this possibility of a wick down. Now, thankfully, that did not happen. It moved down, and it completed this bottoming out structure right here. We are now in this part right here. So let's copy and paste this declining structure from this part right here. So this was the part where that potential wick down would have taken place, and that would be actually over here. It did not follow the timing, height, or depth of the original fractal here, but it did do its own similar thing. So these two waves right here are more like this. And then this move up right here was this part right here, and this part coming down was this. So this structure here is technically like this. So the timing, height, and depth are very different here. So we are more likely starting to work on something like this. So the way fractal 3 will materialize is yet to be seen. There are different iterations of this structure. This is a likely one since this is the most recent history on this chart. So this is the last or the latest occurrence of this structure, and many times it's recent history that tends to have the most similarities to what is currently taking place on the chart today. However, if we go back, we can examine previous fractal 3 structures. Let's do that real quick. So in this one in 2017, it moves up right away, comes to a peak. This is on a very small time frame compared to what we are doing today. It then crashes, and then it goes into the bull run. So that is the essence of this structure. It moves up to a peak, it crashes, moves up. But before that move up, there's this little correction right here that takes place before actually going into the bull run. So it could do something like this. Let's go further back just so we can get a better understanding of what this structure does. So here we are back in 2016. As you can see, it moved up pretty much right away, has these little jagged things. This is a common feature on many of them. It then declines, crashes, comes back up, does that correction, and it goes into the bull run. Let's jump back a little further. So here's another iteration of it. This took place in 2014, and this was such a short time frame that it took place in. Look at wave B on fractal 2 is just one candle up, one candle down. So in this one, it just moved up, crashed, moved back up, did this tiny little correction here before moving into the bull run. So here is the original third fractal of the range-bound sideways time. This took place in 2013 at the very beginning of the XRP chart. As you can see, it moves up, and this one has these little kind of peaks along the way before making its peak right here and crashing. It moves back up, does that little correction before moving into the bull run. This is the original structure. All the other ones are copies of this fractal right here. As things copy, they can evolve, but the fundamental structure remains the same. And that is price moves up, crashes, comes back up, does a correction, and then it goes into the bull run. Okay, so here we are back at today's chart. So I'm going to make a prediction. My prediction is that XRP will no longer be crashing down, moving downward. From now on, it's going to begin moving up, and it will eventually come to a peak. At that peak, it will crash. Now, this move up, I don't know how long it will take, and I don't know how it will look. Timing, height, and depth is going to be unknown. The recent iteration of this over here is a very possible guide. Now, it won't be exact, but it could be something similar where it moves up again, and then it does a drastic move up. However, it could also just gradually move up as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out, but that is my prediction. XRP will no longer move down. From here on out, it's going to move up, and it will eventually come to a peak. At that peak, it will crash. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that thumbs up button. This type of TA is something that I discovered. The strength of this TA is that it has the ability to project forward into the future, whereas most TA doesn't have that ability. So if you do like what you see, even though the message isn't a bull run tomorrow, you should hit that subscribe button. I will continue to follow up on this chart as things progress. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.